local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Welcome to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Julymas has been extended at Harris Electric. Save on permanent and decorative lighting for your home, cabin, acreage, or business. Book your summer installation today and use promo code KURT to get an extra 5% off. And enjoy holiday displays, game day colors, and special occasions year-round. Call Harris Electric today. Well, today on the show, we're talking CPCA Finals with three of the best chuckwagon drivers in the business. We have Danny Ringuette, Brad McMann, and Colby Stanley scheduled to join us as well. Here's the chuckwagon's role in Onion Lake for the next 4 days. The deadline is just 1 week away to get your back-to-school wish list in for Pack Your Backpack with Harris Electric, SwiftNet.ca, and Spiros, and of course, Live with Kurt Price. Send your wish list to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com, and we could be taking you shopping. 3 students, 1 teacher will go shopping with our sponsors and buy up to $500 in back-to-school supplies, or maybe it will be just 1 back-to-school supply, and maybe kids, you want to put on there something that mom and dad maybe think is questionable that you might need for back to school. Well, we won't ask questions, so get your back to school wish list in. Email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Miracle Treat Day is today at Dairy Queen, and here in Lloydminster, Joanne Schiller told us they've raised close to $300,000 over the last 14 years, and we know there's a lot of people and a lot of families that have used the Stollery Hospital in Edmonton. In fact, yesterday when I was there, we were filming, just about to interview Joanne, and I was talking to a very nice lady in there that I've known for many years. She said, well, we've used the Stollery ourselves. So Joanne Schiller told us that she hopes, and her staff really hopes, you'll come out and buy a blizzard.
For the day, that net proceeds, 100% net proceeds go to the Stollery. Plus we sell balloons around us, and we do roundup donations throughout the year, and it all goes towards that.
And the 25-year anniversary of the Laurie Craven Ball Tournament is this weekend, and they're looking to crack the $2 million mark. Deanna Wandler and Jerry Meyer told us that even if you're not playing ball, there's plenty of ways that you can help the tournament.
Buy a burger, or we're
probably still looking. You can buy a drink, a water. You can bid on silent auction items, or we have pail prizes. So you buy 10 tickets, and you put them in each pail that that coincides with what you want to try to win.
And this ball throw is going to be open. Actually, it's all ages.
And they're still looking for a few burger flippers and some other volunteers as well. Time now for Live in Lloyd. Live in Lloyd's brought to you by the Vic Juba Theatre and May Cinema 6. And we got a really fun-looking summer movie this week, but we start by checking in with Tanis Hines at the Vic Juba Community Theatre.
Here's a little taste of what's coming to Vic Juba Community Theatre. First, celebrate Alberta on August 29th with an Alberta Day show featuring Edmonton indie folk artist Vaughn Beaker, presented by the Government of Alberta, the City of Lloydminster, and Vic Juba Community Theatre. Then on October 1st, get ready to laugh with Menopause the Musical. 4 women, 1 department store, 1 black lace bra, and a whole lot of hot flashes, classic music, and comedy. Plus, thanks to Bearology Beauty, every guest receives a complimentary product sample. On October 5th, Electric Elton brings the music and legacy of Elton John to Lloydminster for the very first time. With a live band, dancers, colorful costumes, and all the hits you know and love, this is one high-energy night you won't want to miss. And on October 22nd, country star Aaron Goodvin takes the stage with opening act Tony Stevens. Known for his hits like Lonely Drum, You Are, and Boy Like Me, Aaron is bringing his new music, storytelling, and country favorites to Lloydminster. Meanwhile, the theater refresh continues to come together beautifully. The new carpet is in, the painting is looking fantastic, and everything is slowly finding its place. We've been sharing the progress along the way, and we can't wait to welcome you back to experience the finished look for yourselves. Just a few of the nights waiting for you at Vic Juba Community Theatre. Visit vicjubatheater.ca or call the box office at 780-872-7400 for tickets and information. We'll see you at the theater.
And arriving at May Cinema 6, the end of Oak Street. The Platt family bands together to navigate their new surroundings after a cosmic event transports their suburban neighborhood to someplace unknown. Starring Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway, this just looks like a fun summer movie. Also playing at May Cinema 6, Spider-Man Brand New Day, The Odyssey, Super Troopers 3, Paw Patrol the Dino Movie, and Toy Story 5. For tickets and showtimes to all upcoming movies, including The End of Oak Street, go to maytheaters.com. Live in Lloyd is brought to you by the Vic Juba Community Theatre and May Cinema 6. To get your nominations in for Cupcakes for Caregivers, email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers is meant to be a way to thank those hardworking caregivers, both professionally and in your home and your everyday life. To recognize a caregiver, send an email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com and just tell us a little bit about that caregiver. That's brought to you by Sobeys here in Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design. When disaster strikes, restoring your home is just part of the job for BioClean Disaster Services. Restoring your peace of mind matters just as much as your home. At BioClean Disaster Services, they know you're not just dealing with water or wind or fire damage. You're dealing with one of the most stressful days of your life. And that's why the team at BioClean Disaster Services will listen, explain every step along the way, and treat your home and business with respect. Help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services, 1-833-246-8326. Back in a moment with Danny Ringuette and Brad McMann.
Home, it's where people look out for each other. It's where we live, where we work, and it's where we choose to raise our families. For over 75 years, Harris Electric has been more than just a contractor. We've been your neighbors, so when you need us, we look out for you. We show up fast and do the job right. We're in the stands, we're in the schools, we power this community. Because here in Lloydminster, it's our home too.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
A good night's sleep starts with the right mattress, and you'll find a great selection at Border City Furniture. From plush to firm and everything in between, we carry quality mattresses to fit your comfort level and budget. Looking at a new bedroom set? Pair it with a new mattress. Updating your guest room? Start with a new mattress. Just tired of waking up sore? It might be time for a new mattress. And while you're here, browse our selection of sectionals, sofa sets, dining furniture, and recliners. For better sleep and quality Canadian-made furniture, visit Border City Furniture, your locally owned furniture store in downtown Lloydminster. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I like Superior Water because I drink Superior Water all the time because I like the taste. I believe it is Superior water. I want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. And we have the two top drivers in the CPCA heading into night number 2 of the CPCA Finals in Onion Lake. They've had great season so far. Welcome the leader, Brad McMann. And in second place, we have Danny Ringuette. So, gentlemen, thanks for giving us some of your time. It's I know we're taking up a lot of it, and it's an important time of the year. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
What kind of year has it been in the CPCA with the rain? Have you guys had to deal with as much rain as everybody else? And how frustrating has it been?
Well, I think for the most part, we've been pretty lucky. We kind of circles us. I think we only missed 1 day, 2 days?
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
And so we've been kind of lucky that way. We've some of the tracks, you could tell that there's a little bit of water damage, but all in all, it's been a lucky year for us.
Wow.
Yeah, considering how much rain everyone's got, we got very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying in Bonnyville, they've got all kinds of.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this much rain. Seems like they call for 40% chance of rain, and it rains an inch. So it's. We love rain, but there's to a point.
yeah. And Brad, down in Chauvin, you guys have had every time there's some kind of warning, it's down around Chauvin area.
Yeah, I was cutting hay there in our downtime, and we the barn crew had texted us and said there's a tornado warning. I was like, we get those all the time. Like, don't stress about it. Like, it's nothing to worry. They're from a different country, so. And 3 minutes later, they're sending me a video of the tornado from the corrals, like a mile away from the house. And I was like, okay, I'd eat my words here. Guess that did happen. So.
For you guys personally, Danny, let's start with you. What's the year been like on the circuit?
It's been good. Lots of race days. Been driving 2 different outfits pretty steadily and fitting some new ones in. Like, we've hooked a lot of horses this year, so it's been a good year that way, and just changing things up a little bit from last year, and it's been a good year. So can't complain, that's for sure.
And Brad, for you, sitting on the leaderboard, it's been a great year.
Yeah, for sure. Our barn depth has really strengthened in the last couple of years, and our young horses are working good for us. So, like Danny, we have 2 main teams as well, and a third there that we incorporate in and out as need be. And it shows who has the barn depth right now. I mean, me and Danny have been pretty fortunate that both of our teams, when they do run, can run in the top 3 any given night, and it's helping us big time. And I'm pretty happy with everything's extremely healthy and fit in the barn, and they literally probably feel better right now than they did at the very start of the year. So we can't ask for anything better as far as horsepower goes right now.
You feel like they're peaking?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, for sure are.
Danny, you're down in Calgary this year. Guys had great weather for Calgary.
Oh, it was beautiful. We experienced 3 different seasons there, though. We got there, it was rainy and cold, and I was wearing a sweater, and then it was about 30 degrees, and it was quite the 2 weeks. But it was good. It's always fun going there, but you're busy, and it takes a lot out of a person in those 2 weeks. It's grueling. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it at the end.
How stressful is it?
I wouldn't call it stressful. I'd call it busy. It's busy. You're always doing something. You're up early. You go to bed late. You really take that time in the afternoon for a nap to rest up. But it's I wouldn't call it stressful. I just call it busy. That's the main thing there.
And Brad, for you, is getting to Calgary. What's more important, winning a championship or getting to Calgary?
I mean, at the end of the day, Calgary is what helps fund everybody go down the road. And our sport is increased in price. Like, our expenses are through the roof to what they were 5 years ago. Our fuel's up. Our horses' price to buy are probably tripled of what they were 5 years ago. our supplements and stuff for our horses. Our feed program is probably doubled realistically to maintain them
At least.
and I think that's probably a very low number as far as doubled. I would, like Danny said, at least right away. So
Right.
it's really increased the price, everything, and I think honestly, without Calgary and other guys getting in, you're gonna see a lot of drivers just pack her in.
Yeah, thanks, Donald, for the gas prices. That's really helped out. Do you feel like winning a championship though would get you noticed? Is that what you have to do to get noticed? What's a person got to do to get noticed?
Yeah, I think wouldn't hurt for sure. I don't know. You got to really promote yourself too, right? And I feel we need to do more of that on our end too. But yeah, I'd really like to see the CPCA at least get a few spots into Calgary. Now, that's kind of out of our hands because they decide that. But we definitely have a few guys that probably deserve to be there. But I mean, the tarp sale was good this year, so maybe we have room to increase another heat. I'm not too sure what their future plans are, but
What is your favorite stop along the way here in the CPCA? I know, Dan, you'd say, well, Calgary's like Calgary, but you guys have added a few stops, and that Batoche stop is becoming really big.
Yeah, Batoche, it's crazy. The people that show up there and watch, and the stands are absolutely packed, and there's people laying in the grass and all the way down the home stretch, and they're loud and cheering, and it's quite the experience there. But also, like, Onion Lake's one of my favorite shows. I've always ran good here. I think I've been in the dash for the last 6 or 7 years, and won it 3 out of the last 4 years. So Onion Lake, I really like this place. So
Danny's horses love Onion Lake.
Yeah.
They do very well here.
What is it about Onion Lake? What is it like? What is it about each track that the horses love, or is it the horses, or is it a mindset? What is it?
Yeah, I think the horses do like certain tracks. I know my team really liked Frog Lake, and I mean, they're not a whole bunch different, but it was different enough. So
Oh, great! Well, the one that got canceled.
yeah. So I mean, and then I always did well in Lloydminster too. So it is. I think they do have certain tracks that they shine on and perform well at, and yeah, it's good. I also really like Batoche. I mean, they add bleachers and grandstands every year, and they're packed literally as full as they can possibly fit.
So here we have the number 1 and number 2 drivers in the CPCA. How competitive are you guys with each other? Like, it's friendly here, but is it friendly off, and is that a chuckwagon thing? Everybody's a big family.
Yeah, like I personally like being hooked with Danny. We do our practice turns very similar. We load very similar, and we time everything similar. So we all get even fair starts on our horses. And at the end of the day, we're in the same heat and race against each other, but we're really racing against the clock. So, I mean, it's a time thing. So, I mean, if Danny's in front of me and I'm behind him, I still know I'm going to have a good time, and vice versa. So we really are racing the clock, but it does make a difference of who you're hooked with, in my opinion. And I actually would prefer to be hooked with him versus other drivers. So
it's nice when you kind of get a routine in, and you know what the other guy's going to do, and we've been hooked together every race, I think, this year. So
exactly.
you know what tendencies they have, and you know what's going to happen, and it's nice to know. When you start getting hooked with different guys, it's okay, you got to figure it all out again. But, you're dealing with hundredths of a second. So something different changing can knock you from first to fifth pretty fast. So it's, like you said, it's a time thing. So you're battling the clock is really, sometimes you're happy with the clock, sometimes you're not. So it's,
Right.
it's good though. So.
What's the state of the CPCA? We know there's new drivers coming every year. We know you guys have an awesome program to get more drivers. How are things looking in the CPCA? Because I know there's a lot of people that were surprised, disappointed that it wasn't here, that the finals aren't in Lloyd this year after a long run, I think over 25 years. But how's the outlook for the CPCA?
I'll go first. I think it's a little scary. We only have 20 drivers or 21 drivers. We need some young guys to start up and kind of bring it back to where it was. When I started 14 years ago, there was we had 14 heats, and there was lots of guys coming up, and it was good. And now it's kind of, I think it's the cost of everything and the uncertainty of everything. So we need drivers. We need guys that if they want to start. And I know it's hard with all the cost of living these days, but it's tough.
Yeah, I feel some of our shows need to step up too, though. Like, I feel we have some.
And Onion Lake sure has stepped up this year, and that's
time.
One place that really, 2 shows and they're giving a little bit more money, and if we have some shows like this, that's amazing, and they really did step up to the plate. So kudos to them.
Their whole track committee stripped that track and ran a whole new surface in there just so we had everything exactly perfect. And we appreciate all the work they've did. It's unreal. And I just feel like we have room for improvement everywhere. It's really too bad we don't have Lloyd, because it did hurt us. It 100% hurt us. My main sponsors are from Lloyd. You know what I mean? We have a lot of main sponsorship that sponsor the CPCA for 30 years that do it because of Lloydminster. Yeah. So, it's too bad we couldn't come to some form of agreement with who they have operating and stuff nowadays. But I mean, maybe something in the future is still possible. But we need those type of shows so we can help the drivers get some sponsorship too, to be able to afford to do this.
So it's not just the CPCA that's running in Onion Lake. We'll talk about the Onion Lake show when we come back, because they've got you got ponies and chariots, right?
Yeah, and Indian relay as well.
Indian relay. So we'll talk about that a little bit when we come back, and we'll find out from our drivers what they need to do to beat each other in the next 4 days of running at the Onion Lake CPCA Finals. And I know they want to encourage you to head out and catch some chuckwagon racing as well. And we'll talk about a little bit of technology and how technology has changed chuckwagon racing as well. We're back in a moment here on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.
Summer is here, and that means campouts, cookouts, backyard barbecues, and bacon breakfast. And when it comes to feeding your family, Diamond 7 Meats is right there with you. Diamond 7 Meats proudly provides locally sourced meats with no additives or fillers, just great tasting steaks, juicy burgers, tender pork chops, and some of the best smokies you'll ever roast over the fire. Plus, delicious beef jerky for those summer road trips. We're family owned and operated. Diamond 7 Meats, serving local families with quality products and the protein you need to fuel those busy summer days.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Thinking about moving but waiting for your home to sell? You may not have to. At Wellings, your next chapter doesn't need to wait for a sold sign. Move into Wellings of Lloydminster this summer and save up to $6,000 while your home sale is underway. You'll have the comfort of knowing your new home's ready when you are. Why put life on hold? Wellings, the right move right now. Visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for the details. We were hoping to be joined by Colby Stanley today to talk about his year as well. He's the defending champion. Things haven't gone as well for Colby as he was hoping, I'm sure, but he got some big ground to make up. So we're disappointed Colby couldn't be here, but we've got two guys that would really love for you guys to come out and see them in Onion Lake. You guys have already mentioned it means a lot to see the stands full.
Oh, big time, yeah.
You know, it's this committee's so great, and it'd be nice for them to get some people coming in and paying for the work that they're doing there. So, and it's all, like you say, it's always funner to run in front of a big crowd and the cheering fans. And you know, last night they had actually a pretty good turnout for being a Wednesday night. So, you know,
and cold night.
Yeah,
big time.
So kudos to everybody that came out, and hopefully we see more tonight and continuing on.
So as much as you love to see the stands full, there's always people watching online too. The game has really changed when it comes to how people watch chuckwagon racing, I think.
Yeah, big time. Like, we're embracing technology nowadays, and with the Facebook Lives and the YouTubes and the drones, like you're mentioning earlier, it's a game changer for the good. And I know my dad can't make all the races, but I don't think he misses a night on the Facebook Live. So it's pretty good to see for all ages that can't always make it out.
You guys had a new media company step up, right?
Yeah, it's seventh gen. They're doing an amazing job. These guys didn't even know what chuckwagon racing was, I don't think, before they came out. So, you know, they're doing excellent, and they've really adapted. And I think every show they're getting better and better. And, you know, for coming out and doing what they've done this year and doing their little videos. And, you know, it's great for wagon racing. They're doing a heck of a job.
Do you ever see a time where people might pay to watch it? Like online?
I think we're working our way that way. Like Jared and the crew over there, and his editing and stuff has been second to none. We couldn't have asked. They literally hit a home run. Everything we've asked, they've hit it out of the park and better every time. So I think we're growing to that point, and I honestly feel fans, myself included, would have no problem paying a bit of a subscription to watch what they're putting out to kind of help offset our costs, so we are able to continue doing it. I mean, what they do, their production is, I mean, it's not cheap at night, but they're doing it for a discounted rate to help us get going as well. And I feel the fans would be 100% behind, so we can continue to have this going forward. I don't see a small subscription being a problem to help have what we get.
As much as new technology has come along, I kind of miss the old technology too. I kind of miss being able to turn on the radio and hear the races. I'm not going to lie. I always listened, no matter where I was. I felt like I was right there listening. I really enjoyed it.
I always liked the radio. I always liked it at the barn, especially when you can't see the track, and you know when heat 4 is over and we got no service, and you're trying to upload your phone, and but you know, it was always good and entertaining, and I was always a big fan of the radio too. So, but times change, I guess, and we got to change with it.
We were talking a little bit before the break about Onion Lake is not just ponies, or not just the big wagons. You got the ponies this year too.
Yeah.
Turn into a show.
I think they have like 10 or 12 heats of chariots, and like close to that, and chuck wagons as well. Plus the Indian relays there, some days before us, some days after us. But I mean, pretty much from noon all the way until 9 p.m. they have stuff going on every single day, starting yesterday, and then a live band at night at 9. So.
Yeah, we should mention a covered grandstand as well.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, the grandstand's beautiful there. So, and it's going to be full again tonight. It's good to see.
I think also in the mornings they got kids stuff going on too. I think there's some mutton busting this weekend. That's kind of my favorite thing to watch.
Yeah,
I love that too.
Yeah.
Not the wild ponies.
Yeah,
I can watch it all
exactly.
day.
That's the best.
Yeah. Tons of kids prizes for those kids. Yeah. Like I think the first Onion Lake show, almost every kid went away with a brand new pedal bike. They gave away like close to 40 pedal bikes. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to take the family.
Yeah, big time. They're all about the kids. They have lots going on for them. So.
And that's what we were kind of talking during the commercial break about how you get more young people involved in chuck wagon racing as well. Once you get involved in the sport, you're kind of addicted to it.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, and we've got a few guys, that have hung up the lines for a few years and stuff that are kind of itching to. I think they're right on the bubble of maybe wanting to come back. A couple of them, I know. Dallas Langevin was one of them. He kind of retired a few years back, and he's running ponies here this weekend. And Chris Flanagan made him jump in the wagon as a driver's helper, and he got the lines in his hands, and he's like, okay, I kind of really miss this. And he's like, I didn't think one day would make it, but he's like, I really do miss this. He's like, it's just no other feeling. He's like, I love racing any horses, but he's like, I'd like to come back one day. So it's good to see. I mean, the itch is still there with some of those guys. So
yeah, and it's cool in the back there. It won't be for the next 10 or 15 years, but you see lots of these kids riding around on ponies, and there's a big group of them. I think there's about 15 kids that are all the young kids that hang around, and they're riding ponies every day, and it's cool to watch. Just need them to grow up faster, I guess.
yeah. They're coming up, and they're definitely cowboys, and we will see them in the future in the box for sure. All them kids. So
when it comes to relay, I feel like they both play well, but is it turning into a competition sport now? Like you're either going to relay or you're going to chucks?
I don't think so. I think we pair up with them quite well at a lot of places where they bring a certain drawing to the crowd, and we bring a certain drawing. But I mean, our crowd of wagons likes to watch the relay, and their relay crowd likes to watch the wagons. So I think it just brings the whole crowd in together. And they've got a great youth thing coming up with a lot of them kids. Like today, they made a junior flat races. So all these little kids that have the minis, they line them up and let them run for the infield, So they're really trying to keep the youth involved in the sport, which is really nice to see, because that's going to transition to us down the road eventually too. So
it feels at times like chuck wagon racing is cyclical. Like Brad, you're on top right now, got the horses, and but the horses age out. Like what happens? It feels like these guys are at the top right now. Right now we were seeing these guys, and then all of a sudden there'll be a switch, and they'll switch back every 3 to 4 years. Am I right, or am I imagining things?
You're bang on.
It's a very humbling sport. You can be at the top one day, like you say, and the next year you're down and you don't know what's going on, and you're trying new horses, and it could change like that, right? So it's
you run with these highs, when you have them, you just enjoy those teams for the time you do, and it's pretty nice feeling when you do got them, and you know what, you walk over and shake the neighbor's hand when he puts together a new team and knocks them off, right? Because everybody's constantly rebuilding in this game. The quality of horsemen and horses have improved immensely in the last 5 years, and not just our club. I mean, you see it in the worlds, and you see it there, and it's tough running. Like those guys got some phenomenal horsepower right now, and it's good to see those.
So when you're at the top, how do you improve? Like how many horses would you legitimately look for in the off season?
I think it's always about getting new horses, buying some off the track and injecting new blood into your outfits. I know that a couple of new horses on my outfits really got them going this year. So it's always changing out, and if you see one that's slacking off, you put them on a different outfit, or you put a saddle on them. It's
and he could run completely different. with a different
with one
outfit.
horse can change your whole outfit.
Oh, 100% can.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we've got a couple older boys that, have thrown big runs for us that we have a young 4-year-old that knocked one of them out of the lineup. Like, and it's just like he's younger, stronger, faster, healthier. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that older boy, but he's younger and he's going to be in the sport longer.
Like last year, I had an old lead team together, and then this spring I said I'm splitting them up and putting a young horse with each leader, and that was the best decision I made. Now I got 2 good lead teams, and
big time.
It just switches everything, and it just gets them working different. And like I said before, you're dealing with hundredths of a second. So if you could speed up a half a second, that could jump you up 5-6 spots.
So like watching from the outside and listening to drivers talk, I'm always amazed that, like, Brad, you might say, well, we got a great horse. We bought him from Danny. Like, why would Danny? I'm always on the outside going, why would Danny sell that horse? If he's a good horse, why would he sell it?
100%. And then I send a few real nice ones to like Chris Molly that he's picked up from me and stuff. Just certain horses don't fit in guys' barns, and they literally jump right into other barns and fit, and vice versa. I've got some from Luke Tournier that maybe weren't fitting in his barn that have did me nothing but great. So
how the heck do you know? How do you know if something's going to fit in your
it's
barn?
crazy that how people drive too is another major factor. It's
big time,
because everybody drives different and has a different feeling in the lines. Like these horses that you're driving are so keen and so touchy that somebody drives different than somebody else. It could mean a whole difference. Or you change a bit in a horse and it changes them, or it's just different things that
our styles have to gel with our horsepower too. So I mean, I might have horses that will work for other guys, and vice versa. They'll be like, here's one that's your style, and then that's where you're seeing the barn changes and stuff.
Right.
And then you got guys like Colby that will he just loves a project. Like he'll take on some renegade that we don't see no future for, and he'll spend months on it, and he'll come out shining. I mean, and we seen potential in that horse, but maybe we didn't draw that potential out, and he's willing to put the time in to do it. And I think he just said here a couple days ago, we were visiting, and he said he bought his first 2 horses off the track here last week, but he's always bought from other guys and made those ones work or got them going from other guys that didn't want to spend the time to get them going. So good eye for a horse, and everyone has their own way of doing it. Some guys buy 20 head and weed through them and keep the 8 that they want right away. So it's just personal preference, and we all know, I mean, we all pretend we don't know each other's horses, but I mean, when we give each other the thumbs up on warm up and drive by, we know what, we know what Danny's got on tonight, and vice versa, right? Like we know each other's horses. For sure.
When you're hooked with each other every night, you get to know the horses too, right?
Yeah, we know each other's barns, and vice versa. The worlds are the exact same way. So everybody's always watching, and sometimes some guy has an off night, and maybe you'll be able to get in there and pick up a horse from him that you weren't expecting to.
So here we are at the end of the season. And how exhausted are you guys? Like, is it like I'm ready to be off the road now, and or is it like, man, I wish we could keep going?
Well, for me, I'm ready to be at home, but then 2 weeks will go by, then I'm ready to do it all over again. Exactly. So it's just it's a long, grueling spring and summer. Like we start in April and we go till now. So, and that's every day. For what is that, for three and a half months. So you get tired. Like I think the horses could keep going, but I think for us, or for me anyways, I'm getting tired. It's that 14 days at Calgary, and then we were home for 24 hours, and then we were on the road again till after Batoche. So like it was busy, and it's tiresome.
Us too. Like I do custom silaging, hauling for a living. So I mean, our go season now has started on that, and we're full out, and then on top of racing. So actually, my helper from last year, called and said she's flying out, and it was a breath of fresh air to jump in the barn and just get everyone sparked back up and feeling good. And it was a good call to bring her back in. And yeah, everyone's pretty happy, and the atmosphere is good right now, but we're definitely all played out for sure. So
Did you watch Calgary?
yeah.
I thought Sportsnet did an awesome job this year with the production and everything. Like I thought, like that is like I know there was a lot of times when they went to 4 wagons and things like that, and you're like, oh come on, you guys. But man, I thought the production and everything was just so well done. And Danny, I want to know from you what it's like what's the filming like? Because there you are standing in a jacket, and is all that done at the tarp auction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff like during the races, like that's all done at the tarp auction. You show up and you have a half an hour slot. They do whatever they do, and yeah, it's a good production. They do a really good job. Like you said, it's getting better every year, and that's Calgary gets the chuckwagon sport out there. Like it gets the name out, it gets the drivers out there, and it's one of a kind, and it would be nice to build that brand throughout the season. And I think 7th Gen is doing a good job, and we can just keep building off of that.
As much as like we take a step back in CPCA racing and chuckwagon racing, then you see what happens at the tarp auction where the numbers go through the roof, and you're like, okay, the sport, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe it's going to be tough to keep going, and then all of a sudden, bang. You get a tarp auction sale like that, and everybody's excited about chuckwagon racing again.
The other thing with that is that you have to be there, right?
Yeah.
And it's 27 guys out of 50 or however many drivers there is now. I'm not even sure, 50 or 60.
60, yeah.
So
that's a lot of, like, that's incredible. I never looked at it that way. That there's that many drivers.
So I mean, half are going, half aren't going. Yeah. So that's a factor, but.
And good for Poundmaker for putting on a show and TP Creek, and it keeps the guys going, and their pay's pretty good too. So it's not at Calgary, but at least you're running for something and putting that money in your jeans, right?
And that cost never goes away. So I mean, the horses still need fed whether you're in Calgary or not at Calgary. And so I mean, these extra shows that are being put on are definitely helping. The newer guys, everybody, me, myself included, go down the road. So
yeah. What are you going to do to beat this guy to stay in front of him?
Keep taking day money, I guess. I don't know.
Last night helps.
Yeah, man. We both got great barns, and it's been a fun season. I mean, I don't know. Consistency right now is key. So.
Do you run it safe when you're at the leader? When you're at the top?
I never
run
it safe.
Different?
No, I always go for it. We've always been that mentality, and I don't know. I had an old boy that we mentored for a long time, and he said, "You're not trying hard enough if you don't take the odd barrel." So that's just our mentality. But I mean, yeah, we have changed our teams up a little bit to play a little more safe. So.
And Danny, do you look at it as nothing to lose?
No, there's always something to lose. I think that we kind of solidified the top 2 spots, but. It's you want to win. I want to win. He wants to win. If we were sitting here and we said we didn't want to win, we'd be lying.
Exactly.
So, but you want to go out and you want to do your best, and I think consistency is the top one, and you're driving 4 horses that have 4 minds of their own. Anything can happen, and you just hope that it goes good for the next 2 nights, and then. Whatever happens after that for running for the championship, then you go for it.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Danny. Really appreciate it. It's Chuckwagon Racing in Onion Lake for 4 more days. They started last night. The finals are here, and you can head out and enjoy the chariot races, the mutton bust, and everything going on in Onion Lake. I know the CPCA would love to see you out in Onion Lake. Well, I'm going to take a little vacation. So in this chair on Tuesday will be Stacy Comer. Stacy Comer will be here, and also the mayor of St. Walburg, Nancy Schneider, will be here, and a few other guests will be here to talk about the Blueberry Festival, which is coming up next weekend as well. So I hope you'll tune in to Stacy on Live with Kurt Price, presented by